Hello, thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. And hopefully at this point, you've already watched the previous video where we fill out a Jot form and we get that data here into our Zap. Let's go ahead and update our Zap name here. And you can see here, this is the data that was captured by Zapier from our Jot form. We got the name, we got email address, phone number, purchase date, VIN number, original owner, vehicle make. If we go back to our form, here you can see those are all the details that we had filled in. Now I want to point something out here. Here you can see on the form, I've got first name and last name as two separate options, but when it came over to Zapier, it looks like they're combined just into one common name field. Now that's actually because of how I created that form on JotForm. So if you wanted those separated, you could build that out in JotForm that way. But I actually did it this way because I wanted to show you something in Zapier. Something that may come in very handy when you're posting data to PhoneBurner or taking data out of PhoneBurner. So let's go ahead and hit continue. And we're going to add a new step. In this particular case, we're going to add a formatter. So we're going to go ahead and click format. And we're going to choose our event. And we're going to work with text data. Hit continue. Now, of course, there's a lot more detailed training that you can find on this. I want to just give you a basic overview of how you can handle this type of situation when posting data into PhoneBurner, or like I said, even getting data out of PhoneBurner. So we know we're working with text. So now what are we going to do? How are we going to transform this? So let's look at what the options are. We don't want to capitalize it. We're not converting it to HTML. We're going to be splitting the text. So we're going to go ahead and select split text. And now we need to tell Zapier what it is that we're going to be splitting. What is our input? So we're going to go into our Jot form data that we just captured, and we're going to take fields, name, Sally, sample. That's what we want to separate. Now the separator, how are we separating the text? In this particular case, the only thing separating Sally and sample is a space. And the default option is space. So we shouldn't have to add or update anything here. And now we need to identify how we want to segment it. So let's go ahead and click on this and see what our options are. Let's go ahead and choose all as separate fields. And go ahead and hit continue. And now let's go ahead and test and review. And you can see our output has separated Sally and sample into two separate segments. And now we can deal with that information as two independent options when we're posting that information to PhoneBurner or wherever independently. Now, of course, I would recommend, if you have the ability, to go back to your form and update your form so that it automatically segments that information when it sends it to Zapier, so you don't have to go through and use a formatter. But I did want to give you an example of formatting text because that is something that you may run into from time to time. And it is important to understand that you can do it and how you can do it. And that's it for this particular training. Once again, this is just one part of a multi-part training teaching you how to fully take advantage of Zapier to get data both in and out of PhoneBurner. So make sure you continue to watch all of the other videos that go along with this training. Thanks again, and happy dialing.